Hello YouTube, welcome to another one of my Duel Links videos. This video is going to be a little different from what you've seen in the past. I'm not going to be showcasing just one deck for the whole video. I actually have several replays and several decks to show you today. You're still going to get to see the deck profile. So we're going to go ahead and start with our first replay, which is actually a Kaibaman mirror match. You're going to be seeing it from my perspective. Alright, so in this game I get to go first. I don't remember what I get. Oh, yeah, I get an okay hand because I have the crystals here, which is going to let me cycle through my deck. So I just set that and end my turn. Okay, my opponent goes. At this point, I don't know what he's playing because he does have an extra deck. He summons Blue Summoner Dragon, sets two back row, and attacks into my face now. So I get to see two cards from the top of my deck and pick one. I believe I go for the Stampede. Yeah, I go for the Stamping Destruction since I already have a Blue Eyes in my hand. And he ends his turn. I draw into Windstorm, which really sucks because I mean it's good and bad. I wanted a monster. Unfortunately, I get a defensive card, but it's still good because I'm able to stop one attack. He sets another card and attacks directly. I choose not to waste my Windstorm and just take the 1500 damage. I'm hoping to draw into Kaibaman this turn, and the brick continues. So I just have to end my turn. This was one of the games where I just could not get a monster out. But you'll see how it turns out. So he sets a monster, attacks directly for 1500 again, and I just let it through. So at this point, I really need Kaibaman, or I might lose next turn. So I draw. Blue Dragon Summoner. I have to set him and end my turn. My opponent keeps playing very passively, in my opinion. He could have been more aggressive and, you know, beat me last turn possibly. So he attacks with Summoner. He flips summon Cave Dragon, which he cannot attack, so I don't get to use my Windstorm, since Cave Dragon can only attack when there's another dragon in the field. So I draw into another double summon. I decide to discard one of them and get my crystals here because at this point there's 10 cards left in the deck. 3 of them are Kaibaman. So crystals here is going to give me an increased chance of getting one next turn. So I set it, and he goes into battle without summoning anything else, which means I'm not gonna use my Windstorm again, which I'm super happy about that. He attacks into Seer, flips, I get Champion's Vigilance and a Kaibaman. So finally I'm able to get my Kaibaman, and I have plenty of cards to destroy some of his back row and do some awesome damage. So I actually top deck a second Kaibaman, go for the summon, tribute to get my Prismatic Blue Eyes White Dragon on the field, and then I believe, yeah, I destroy his back row first, hoping to trigger a Windstorm. He had Champion's Vigilance. That's when I realized that he was also playing Blue Eyes. I destroy the other one, which is a Mirror Wall. And then here's where I believe, yeah, I go for the double summon. Summoning my other Kaibaman. And tributing for my Colossi Blue Eyes. Not quite prismatic. And I decide to go for the attacks. Oh yeah, I'm running Beatdown, so I go ahead and get a 600 boost on each Blue Eyes. I tried to attack the blue dragon summoner. Unfortunately, the card I didn't hit was Windstorm, so he flips that. I'm not sure why yeah, my opponent just sets a card, sets another monster, and goes full defense. So I'm feeling pretty good about the duel in this point. And I top deck a Champion's Vigilance, so that's perfect. I activate Beatdown, and I believe I attack Cave Dragon and the Face Down, because I don't want to let him search either a fusion piece or a Blue Eyes Dragon to summon. Yeah, so he had Jerry Bean's Face Down, I destroy it. He draws. He top deck the Kaibaman, and oh no, he does not top deck. Maybe he top decks the Blue Eyes. Anyway, he tries to summon Kaibaman. I flip Champion's Vigilance, negating the summon, and he surrenders. So I don't know. His hand might have been clogged with Blue Eyes, and that's why he couldn't be more aggressive. But I thought he played that game way too passively. Anyway, so let's go into our second replay. Let me just switch the list right here. There we go. Alright, this one, oh, sorry about that. This one is, I go up against a Mai, and we're going to be seeing it from my opponent's perspective. The deck I'm using, as you can see on the left, it's Last Gamble, Lord of D deck. And she's using some weird Harpy combination. So my opponent goes first. He sets, he or she sets Wild Tornado and Pumpkin Princess. I just set a monster. I believe that's a Crystal Seer. She draws into the Mirror Wall, sets it, and decides to not go for the attack. I just set another monster, which might have been another Crystal Seer, can't remember correctly. And then finally she realizes that she needs to go on the attack, otherwise I'll be able to tribute summon or do something else. So she summons Sergeant Electro, attacks Crystal Seer, and I get to pick Lord of D, I believe. Yeah, it's between Lord of D or the Fluid of Summoning. So I believe I get Lord of D because I either already have a Flute in hand, or also because Lord of D, it's only 2 of in the deck, so in theory I'll see him less than I see the Flutes. I take my draw and just end my turn, just holding cards in hand to discard for Last Gamble and go on the combo. I think at this point she realizes what deck I'm running and goes full aggressive, even flipping Pumpkin Princess and summoning another Sergeant Electro. So I get to choose my Tyrant Dragon off of Crystal Seers, and he attacks for 3200, which, if you guys use any Last Gamble deck, doesn't really matter because you're gonna get your life points down. So I activate Last Gamble. I ditch a Crystal Seer and a Stamping Destruction, and I roll a 5. So I definitely have the combo pieces here. I go for the summon of Lord of D and activate Flute Summoning. Summoning Blue Eyes and Tyrant Dragon, I believe. There's Tyrant Dragon, and then there's Blue Eyes. So I activate a Wing Beat of Giant Dragon, destroying all of his spell and trap cards. Unfortunately, one of them was Wild Tornado, but he can't target my Tyrant Dragon, he can only target my Lord of D. So I actually use Econ from my hand, sacrificing my Lord of D and taking one of his Sergeant Electros I set 1 and then I activate reload just to get a fresh set of cards. I go for the crash on his both Sergeant Electros, and then I attack Pumpkin, getting 2000 damage in. There we go. Yeah, so the play that I try to do with this deck is I try to summon 2 dragons, use Wing Beat, get one of them back into my hand, and then activate a second Flute of Summoning, taking it back on the field. Unfortunately, because he was going to get destroyed, I wasn't able to do that. Otherwise, I would have won the game in that turn. So she draws into Birdface, sets it, and at this point, I've won the game. She's just gonna get another counter on Pumpkin Princess, and I go for another Lord of D, activate Flute of Summoning, and I get the same Blue Eyes out. Oh no, this time I get the Prismatic Blue Eyes out for those extra points, and then I just attack for game. This deck is really fun. It might not be the best Lord of the Last Gamble deck out there, but I really like using Wing Beat instead of the Storm and all those cards. So anyway, I attack with my Blue Eyes, and that ends the game. I want to give a quick shout out to my friend Brock. I'm still waiting on the new pack. He promised like 2 weeks ago, saving up my gems, so come on man, where is it? Alright, let's go on to our next replay. Let me just switch decks. This one was in the ladder, I believe, maybe gold 4 or gold 5. I'm sure you guys are familiar with the Desert Twister Last Gamble deck. I believe Guns Blazing first came up with it. It's pretty much the same deck list, except I add reload because I think it helps with consistency. It helps you consistently draw into Desert Twister. Especially when I only had 2, but I did manage to pull my 3rd one not long ago. So we're gonna be playing Bandit Relinquish. He sets 1 monster and ends turn. My hand looks pretty bad, but I do have the reload, and so I just go for the Wire Digraph, attack, and set Wall Tornado. It's a Pumpkin Princess, which is not gonna matter because at some point we're gonna be blowing up the back row. So he draws, gets a counter on Princess. Sets 1 card and summons Barrel Dragon. Twin Barrel Dragon, sorry. He activates the effect targeting my face down, which I don't mind because it gets destroyed, I get to destroy him. So he goes for the attack. I decide to chain or activate my Wild Tornado, destroying the Pumpkin Princess so that we both crash. Alright, and then I draw. I get another Wild Tornado, and I just set in my turn. So as you can see, I'm not drawing into any of my monsters at all. I could have used reload, but since there's no monsters on his field, I'm not in any danger of losing during this turn, so I just wait. Some of the Jerry Beans man goes for the attack and ends turn. At this point, I can go for the Last Gamble, but I think I wait, if I remember correctly. I just go for the Storm play, destroying the back row and killing his Jerry Beans man. And then I just attack for 1500 directly with my blue summoner. I think I was waiting because I was hoping he'd destroy my summoner so I could get a Warrior Digraph and then maybe go for Last Gamble next turn. So he sets 1 card face down, summons another Jerry Beans man, and attacks over my blue dragon summoner. So I go ahead and grab my water digraph, and at this point I have two wind monsters. I'm sorry, I have a wind monster and an earth monster in my graveyard, so I need another wind in order to summon Desert Twister. So that's what I'm hoping to draw right there. Unfortunately, I draw another water digraph, so I go for the reload play, and I'm just hoping to draw any wind monster. And I do draw a Desert Twister, so I go for the last gamble play, ditching Desert Twister. Since there's two more in my deck, I roll a 5, and there's my other Desert Twister. So I just summon it and activate its effect to destroy his back row. Unfortunately, it is a wild tornado, so it backfires on me and gets my Desert Twister destroyed. So I have to set Hain and just hope to draw my last Desert Twister in the deck, which I'm down to 6 cards, so it can happen. He summons Leotard, attacks over the Hain, and I have to send his Jerry Beans back to the hand. And then I go for the risky play, which is summoning Water Digrapher to destroy the Leotard, and I set Storm as a bluff. Alright, so I destroy the Leotard, and I'm hoping that he doesn't pull anything with 1800 attack. I'm thinking if he just summons Jerry Beans again, I'm good. He does have Noble Man of Extermination, destroying my bluff. And then he goes for Jerry Beans Man. So I'm going to survive with 50 life points. And here in my mind I'm begging to draw Desert Twister. Unfortunately I do not, so I have to set Water Digraph. And this is where the duel, this was a turning point of Duel. Watch what he does. He summons Senju to search Relinquish. And here I'm thinking, okay, it's game over. He can either go for Relinquish or he can destroy with Jerry Beans Man, and I lose. But he attacks with Senju first. So my Water Digraph survives that, and he can no longer attack my life points directly. And here I'm like, okay, I have to get Desert Twister now. I have a 25% chance. And I don't get it. I get an Econ, which is not bad because it's going to be able to protect me for 1 turn. So I summon Blue Summoner Dragon, attack into the Senju, and just end my turn because there's nothing else I can do. Look at that, 50 life points, 3 cards left in the deck. My back's against the wall. So he sets 1 card face down and then activates Black Illusion Ritual. But he has to sacrifice his Jerry Beans now, which is very important. He summons a Relinquished. I immediately go for the only play I have, which is sacrificing my Blue Summoner to take control of the Relinquished. And he has to end turn. So I'm like, where is my Desert Twister? I draw nothing. Luckily, Relinquish has 0 attack, so I set my Smoke Grenade as a bluff and I attack over the Relinquish. And he does get destroyed, surprisingly. So here I'm thinking I have to come back to the year unless he draws a monster. He draws nothing, has to end turn. And then finally Desert Twister decides to show to the party. So I'm able to summon him. And I just attack. So I end up winning the game with 1 card left in my deck and 50 life points. One of the most satisfying wins.
He beat me? He actually I won because
Alright, and I have one more replay. This is it's gonna be the Banish deck that you guys saw on the last video. But you should already know how much I love this deck. I'm gonna show it yet again. And this was a game against another one of my friends, the boss. We just decided to play in a duel room, and he's actually using this, or pretty much the same Desert Twister deck that I had in the last game.
challenging me to a duel is your first and last mistake. Step right up so I can knock you down.
Anyway, so he goes first,
My turn.
sets 1 card, and ends turn.
I end my turn. It's my turn.
I get to draw. My hand doesn't look too good, so I just set the Windstorm, and I go for Twin Barrel Dragon. I target his card. I do not get the 2 heads, so I just attack over it. And it turns out to be Ladybug of Doom, so my monster gets destroyed as well.
My monster's effect activates.
I believe at this point I figured out that it was a Last Gamble Desert Twister.
It's my turn.
So I was definitely
I draw.
trying to finish the game quickly if I could.
I summon a monster in attack position.
He summons Leotar. He doesn't attack for some reason. I don't know why, but I appreciate that. So I draw into my Magical Merchant, set it, and I mill one of his cards. I'm hoping to hit a Desert Twister or something useful. I hit Storm, which I didn't mind that. He doesn't attack again, and just ends turn, so I get to flip my Magical Merchant. And I mill like crazy. I think I mill like 6 or 7 cards. Barrel Dragon, and then I draw into Skull Red. So I go for Monster Reincarnation to grab my Planet Pathfinder, because I already have a means to banish cards, and I just need my field spell now. So I summon Planet Pathfinder. Get my KO Zone and activate. He is, however, ready to use his last gamble, but he waits, however. So I just end my turn. He draws. He doesn't do anything during his turn, so during his end phase I flip my Skull Air and destroy his Leotard. Banishing 4 of my monsters, getting 4 counters, and I'm trying to go for game here. So I tribute summon for my Fiend Mega Cyber, and then I activate Chaos Zone. Unfortunately, the highest attack that I have is my Twin Barrel Dragon at 1700. So while I don't have enough to finish him off, I do have enough so that he can't use Last Gamble anymore. Because you need to be at above 100 life points to be able to use Last Gamble. So at this point I'm thinking, okay, it's pretty much game over. He does manage to put up a pretty good fight. So he sets 1 card face down, sets 2 back row, and ends the turn. Okay, I draw into Crystals here, I set that, and then I just try to attack for game. He flips an Adhesive Explosion. I go for the Fiend Mega Cyber, and then he flips Enemy Controller. So he gets to survive that turn. So he draws, he sets 1 card, he activates Wild Tornado, destroying his own adhesion explosive so that he can go for the Desert Twister play. He summons Desert Twister, and then he activates Storm, which I think he should have activated Storm before he did that, because I'm able to chain my Windstorm of Earthquake, and so now I'm safe from a Desert Twister attack. He does have Wild Tornado, however, and he destroys my Fiend Mech Cyber, and then he decides to dump a card to destroy my Chaos Zone. So my entire engine is gone. However, I do get to search for a Karibo when my Chaos Zone gets destroyed. And then I flip my Crystal Seer. I do have another Skull Air, so I just get another monster, a random monster. I set Skull Air, set my Raime, and end my turn. So my plan is to immediately activate Skull Air. However, he doesn't destroy it, so I just let him attack over my Crystal Seer. And this is when it's game over, because he has no back row. I had two ways to go about it. I could have just gone for Skull Air, which is what I ended up doing, or I could have summoned Basu, Banish 3, and attacked for 2500. This play was, however, safer in case he had a Karibo in his hand. So I just Banish 6, destroy Desert Twister, and finish him off. So anyway, guys, that is it for this video. I hope y'all enjoy it, and I hope you like that I had multiple decks this time. If you want me to do a video on one of the specific decks that I haven't, either the Kaibaman deck, the Lord of the Last Gamble, or the Desert Twister deck, let me know in the comments. Like and subscribe if you want, and until next time.